I'm in the upper. I'm right in the upper. That's hard to get, but we got it. It's very positive. And I got a really deep set. It's in there, right?
Yep.
Can you feel a little bit of it?
Yeah, I do feel it.
Good. Let me lower the table a little bit. All right, so when you're ready, I'm going to have you open your mouth and pull your toes back and seal off your mouth.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
Yep. Wait a second. Got it.
Oh.
So that came all the way out.
Whew.
That was the biggest one ever.
That was crazy.
So I have brothers here today. We have Diego and Julio. Now Diego is the main person today. He's going to get the cranial facial release. We're going to do a little bit of a full body adjustment because we're mostly focusing on CFR, cranial facial release. And then we have his older brother, Julio, who watches the YouTube channel quite a bit, right?
Yep.
And I just decided he needs to get an adjustment also. So I'm going to bring him back in a minute after I work with Diego and make sure that you leave happy today because I want you to get the releases. Does either one of you guys want to do the Y strap or just regular stuff?
Yeah, we'll do the Y strap.
Okay, do you want to do it too?
Yeah, sure.
So you both get that too, okay? So I'll have you sit just for a minute because I want to focus on your brother. He has Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is cranial nerve 7, so we have 12 cranial nerves that come off the brainstem, and most of them are, motor and sensory. So for example, there's the optic nerve, the ophthalmic nerve. The optic nerve goes to the eye. The ophthalmic nerve also goes to the eye. The abducens, the glossopharyngeal nerve, which goes to the tongue. But Bell's palsy is a affliction of cranial nerve 7. Another one that affects the face is cranial nerve 5, which is the trigeminal nerve. There's a condition called tic de la Rue. There's also trigeminal neuralgia, which is basically the same thing. The trigeminal nerve is cranial nerve 5, and it has 3 branches. One that goes up here, one that comes across the maxillary bone, and one that comes down the mandible. For example, when you're getting some deep dental work or oral surgery, they often get a branch of the lower mandibular section of the trigeminal nerve for the face. And that'll knock out your whole bottom jaw while they're doing the surgery or big dental work. And they're usually not hitting the main distribution. They're hitting a piece of that or a branch of that nerve is usually enough because that'll knock out the part where the tooth is that they're working on. Now getting back to cranial nerve 7, which is Bell's palsy, Bell's palsy is really an unknown origin, idiopathic, so they don't really know what causes it. Is it caused by a virus? Is it caused by trauma? I think it's different in different cases. It usually resolves on its own, so after a few months, 3-4 months, it eventually goes away. But what it does is it causes a partial paralysis, and so Diego's going to discuss his case now. I'll be quiet, but I wanted to give you a little bit of background because at least I want people to know, that it's a very common thing, actually, right? A lot of people have had it. I've had a lot of cases in my practice, but up until now, until I learned cranial facial release, my teacher, Dr. Adam Del Torto, who did cranial facial release for 25 years, he had probably an 80% success rate with Bell's palsy. So I'm excited to start to film Bell's palsy cases, get them up here on my YouTube channel, and let people at least learn this experience. When did it start?
So it started about, I would say, 2.5, 3 years ago.
So 1 second. So 2.5, 3 years ago means it did not resolve on its own. So if it does resolve on its own, it's usually in 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or even 9 months. But if it's still going on after 2.5, 3 years, that's not a good promising sign, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Like that's a bummer.
Yeah, it is. Usually, I did a couple of researches through Google and going to different specialists. But the first thing they said was to basically just try the steroid. And I didn't want to take the steroid because it was pushed upon like peer pressure. And I was just like, no, I do not want to do this. Is there any other way? It was kind of bad because the way that the hospital treated me, I didn't feel it. So I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. I stopped. I went through acupuncture, and I did acupuncture for a couple of weeks. And then she said it kind of is getting better, and I kind of saw it getting better. It was from a point where I couldn't even move my lips. My lips were just droopy. My eye was droopy. It was kind of getting dry at the same time. So after the acupuncture, I felt like it was better. It got to this situation, and then after that, I really just stopped searching because there wasn't really much research based on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped, and then came along the video that I showed my brother about you doing the back exercise with other people, and then he just kept going into other information. He's like, hey, he does Bell's palsy, and I was like, you know what? All right, let's just give it a try. Okay. I don't know.
So we're gonna do his first session today. I want you to come close to the camera and frame him about here, and looking straight at the camera, smile, and you can see the left doesn't come up. Now do a pucker, so you're pushing your lips out, and you can see he's droopy right there. Now relax again. Smile as big as you can, and you'll just see this area right here is not coming up like it should. And then squint your eyes, and both eyes. Shut them as hard as you can, and now open them as wide as you can. And what are some of the things you also notice with your face not responding?
So I do feel like the nerves are trying to move, or there's something in there that's really trying to move, because as I do puckering, or if I am trying to like do a surprise face, like I feel like
do a surprise face now. And do you see how his eye doesn't open as much? Here, so look at the camera. So this one opens. Open that one as wide as you can, and this one has a smaller almond shape. Do you guys see that? So this one's really open, and this one can't open. So he doesn't get that motor response to the muscularity. Motor means muscles, but to the eyelid and to the ability to open it up. Now, so these are some of the things that Bell's palsy affects, and it was probably worse in the beginning, right?
Yeah, it was. I have pictures, and it was just bad. Like I didn't even want to go out, to a point where it's just like, no. It was like, seriously, it was just like this was hanging, and the lip was like low. So it was bad. This I kind of got used to, and I was just like, okay, maybe I could just wait.
Okay.
You know?
So we're going to do the thing today, and what the potential is that when we get the balloon in there and we expand, we're moving bones. There's 22 movable bones in the face. They make 64 different articulations. It doesn't go into the sinuses. It goes into the nasopharynx, so it really goes to the base of the skull, and it moves the sphenoid bone. And when the sphenoid bone is really a center piece to the dome or the bottom of the base of the skull, and it'll kind of a ripple effect where it can move other bones. And we're hoping that it takes a little pressure off his brain, his dura. The dura is the sheath on the brain and the spinal cord. It has the potential to do a lot of shifting. So let's just see what happens. We're going to start. We're going to have you lie on your back, and we're going to get ready to go, okay? Face up. And here, I'm going to put this on your head so your head can relax, okay? It's just a little neck arch. Okay? And stay with him for me on the camera. And I'm just going to make sure this is ready. Okay. And let's just make sure, I'm going to go behind you and make sure I have the tissues. Now try your nose right now. So which nostril is more blocked, or they're pretty even?
This one.
So the left side is everything.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start on the right side.
Okay.
And the right side, we usually start opposite the worst side. If it's a deviated septum, we start on the better of the two sides. If it's a facial palsy or any type of thing like that, neurological, we still want to start opposite, because even though we're on the right side, it pushes all the way up across on both sides. So it'll push up, down, out, and also diagonal, across, and down to the right as well. So let's set this up. And you can stand if you want to see it better. Okay? Cool. But stay kind of there so you're not too close, but give yourself a really good shot, okay, of being able to see. And I just asked Julio if he wanted to get a better look. So this is the most uncomfortable part of it going in. It's hard to get this in, but went pretty well on you. Now, I might have you change sides with the camera, but are you... I have it in really good. So when you're ready, I'm going to have you open your mouth all the way, and when you close it, here, we'll practice one, close it and seal your lips. Good. And that would be the whole thing, okay? Now, I also want you to pull your toes back. So you can breathe out.
This way?
Yeah, that way. It's called dorsiflexion.
Okay.
And that creates a little bit more tension on the dura, or that sheath that covers the spinal cord and the brain, and gets it even more ripe for a good treatment. Okay?
Okay.
So you'll go and pull your toes up.
Okay.
Big breath in and blow it out. It went right through. Went right in. Did you feel it hit the back of your throat?
Yep.
What do you think of that one?
I can breathe.
Did you hear cracking?
Yeah.
So here's some tissues.
Oh.
Do you want to sit up for a second? So sit up for a second and tell us on the camera what you felt and what did it sound like. Can you reproduce the sound? Like mimic the sound.
So the sound kind of, when I held my breath, closed my mouth, it was like a, and it went, I kind of felt it like in the back of my throat, hit it, and then after that, it just kind of like a deflated sound. But I'm able to breathe better.
Yeah. So you hear any cracking or crickling or crunching?
towards the back, I felt like a little, when it hit the back of the throat, it was like a.
Yeah, that was the adjustment. That was the crack. I think you're going to feel much more on the right.
Oh boy.
So I did the middle chamber. So what I did is I pushed it through the canal. It happened right away. Sometimes it takes me many pumps, but we got it on one pump basically, or 1.5 pumps. And it went through the back and then opened, the balloon like expanded. That's the expansion of the balloon that you felt.
Yeah.
But when it's back there, I could even hear it. It goes like, and it, when we play it back, because we have a really good microphone on this, you might even hear it. You'd have to really lean in, but you might hear it go. Not too bad. It's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
So let's do another one. So here, step around this way with the camera. Julio, grab that garbage can and let your brother have it for a second. Okay? And we'll leave this here. Okay, so lay back down, and we're going to do the other side, okay?
All right.
I'm thinking you're going to probably be on the other side with the camera, because
The angle.
you'd have to switch, right? I cannot believe how well that went.
Is it usually?
Well, sometimes, first of all, it's hard to place it. Now, I'm going to go with the upper. It's hard to get the upper chamber because I have to make different turns. But the upper, there's 3 chambers on the right and 3 chambers on the left. Can the video camera see me right now? So 3 chambers on the right, 3 chambers on the left. I did the middle chamber on the right, and I'm going to the upper on the left. And the upper has more potential to get up towards that eye, and it's just more of the top quadrant. So it feels about the same as far as on your end of it, but it's hard to place it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting better at placing it because I've done this a lot now. And the upper one, you have to turn the corner. So even on one that's not busted up, you put it in, it goes up, then up and down, and then back. And it's just trickier. It's trickier. But it's worth getting because that's the one you need the most. And then you have to find that canal blindfolded. There it goes. Oop, I missed it. Sorry, you okay?
Yeah.
Reset.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes. Ooh, I got the upper. I'm in the upper. I'm right in the upper. That's hard to get, but we got it. It's very positive. And I got a really deep set. It's in there, right?
Yep.
Can you feel a little bit of it?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
feel it.
Good. Let me lower the table a little bit. All right, so when you're ready, I'm going to have you open your mouth and pull your toes back and seal off your mouth.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
Yep. Wait a second. Got it.
Oh.
So that came all the way out.
Whew.
That was the biggest one ever.
That was crazy.
So come sit up. Now what happened is the balloon came all the way through and out his mouth. So that's good and bad. The good is I got the complete mother lobe to open up. The bad is it's really uncomfortable and scary.
Yeah.
But then I popped it, which is a way to get out of there, because I couldn't retract it back through without releasing the pressure. And the pressure wasn't going to be released by the valve. So I just popped it really fast.
That was.
But you must have heard cracking on that one.
Yeah, it was it was kind of the same as this one, but I think I heard it a bit more, and I kind of felt it different. But it was intense. It was intense.
All right. How do you feel? Like, how's your eyes feel? How's your nose feel? How's your breathing?
I feel good.
Yeah. Do you regret doing it, or are you okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
It was just that little scare where I was just like, why the hell is the balloon coming out of my mouth? But I feel good.
Okay. All right, so let's do this. Lie on your back. Actually, let's take a break for a second. You're gonna stand up.
Okay.
We're gonna get Julio to lie face up, okay? Julio, what do you think? Here, let's ask a question to you.
That was intense. I mean, everything was
Were you
going.
freaked out watching?
Well, seeing the balloon come out of his mouth, I'm like, is he still able to breathe?
Not well.
Yeah, but I mean,
He still
It
can
looked
breathe through
like-
his nose.
yeah,
But
it was
it's
intense.
It's crazy.
No, yeah.
All right, so we're doing just a little fun thing for Julio because he came all the way to help his brother, and he watches the YouTube channel quite a bit. So I at least want to give him an experience of getting some adjustments. So I'm going to adjust this spot here. Do you feel it, Julio, on your neck?
Yeah.
Actually, it's an occiput, so I'm going to have you sit up, and you can sit in this chair right here. So you're going to sit here, facing us, facing them,
Okay.
and I'm going to have you turn a little bit. Good. Got it. Okay, now lie on your back. Did you hear pop?
Yeah, I heard a few cracks.
Could you hear that pop, Diego?
Yeah, I heard it.
We're going to do the Y strap. So pick up your head.
And what does this target?
Pulls out the whole back. It just stretches everything and elongate. We're going to get you dunking a basketball by the end of the day.
I'll have to come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement. That's good. So it feels like this, and then it pull, okay? Big breath in and blow it out. What do you think of that?
Oh, that was good. I felt it like on my lower back. That was good.
Felt it all the way down to the lower back?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I thought I'd just feel it on my neck.
Now, we haven't done this side yet, okay?
Oh, that was sweet.
Now come down this way. Wow, how many was that? Another 10.
Woo.
Turn on your side facing this way. There's more tissues there if you need them. Okay, here's a big one in your lower back. Ready?
Oh yeah, that's where I am. Oh!
Crazy.
Oh man.
Come this way. All right. Pull this knee up. Good. All right.
This smile tells it all. I feel really good. I think a combination of all of them, because the Y strap I really wasn't expecting it on my lower back, and it just really took a lot of that pressure off that I always really carried with me for a while.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You want to go forward? Are you done?
Yeah.
Or do a little more?
No, I'm good.
All right, good.
Oh man.
Good.
Whew.
Now come down this way, Diego, just a few inches. And you can see on the camera what I'm doing. I'm just securing his legs down. Okay. Actually, let's don't do that. Julio, come grab him like this, okay?
Okay.
So you're gonna put his feet behind your armpits,
Okay.
and then you put your hands up here. Come look
Gotcha.
with the camera what I'm doing. So put the hands up here, okay? As long as we have you here and your brothers, we might as well let you work.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to do much. Your weight of your body is enough.
I'm a little
But
pain.
you're in pain?
No, give him a little pain.
Oh, no pain for him. He's already done a lot today. I already freaked him out once. Okay, drop your head.
Drop it.
Yeah. All right. Big breath in and blow it out.
Oh.
What'd you feel? You can let go.
Ah, that little crack in the back, in the bottom.
You got it all the way down, right?
Yeah.
Just like your brother. Now here, back off and watch this.
Okay. Oh.
Good. And then watch this, guys. Good. And now turn on your side facing me this way. Okay, pull this up like this. Bring this down like this. Little one. I think we got most of your lower back.
Yeah, I'm
with, with the Y strap.
Yeah.
So turn this way. The Y strap pulled this whole lower back out. Like expanded it, right?
Yep.
All right, that part's done.
Yeah, it actually is something different. So it kind of like, well, the second part freaked me out, but then after that, I felt I'm able to breathe better. So it's through both nostrils as well, so I'm good. And then with the whole back thing was amazing. I feel great.
Step a little closer to the camera, and now pucker up like you're kissing. And so we still have that there. And then open your eyes wide as you can. You get a little bit bigger. Come look.
I see it different.
I
I can feel it, and I can feel it because usually I'll I have this little muscle just tense up, but
Push again. Push hard. Good. All right, we'll see. All right, we're gonna probably get you in again before you travel. He's traveling to Europe. All right. Thank you, everybody. More to come, and please subscribe, support the channel if you can. Thank you. This is the very next day. You were here yesterday.
yeah.
And this is treatment number 2. What happened since you left yesterday?
So yesterday,
And now moving really close.
after I left, I noticed that I was able to breathe a bit more better. I slept really good. I also, not only me, but my family noticed that my eye was a bit bigger than before. Kind of how like the doctor said. It was like an almond shape before, and now they noticed that it was a bit bigger. And I kind of noticed when I kept doing my eyebrow raises that I felt it move more.
And what's the eyebrow raises so they know? It's what I told you, though.
Yeah,
I told you to do a little at home.
He told me to do a couple of sets of home, just looking at myself in the mirror, just like, raising it up, bringing it down, raising it up. And before, I really couldn't move that much on this side. So now I'm able to feel it a little bit more here. So I came back and I said, hey, let's keep trying,
Okay, do the pucker up one because you'll see that's not better yet. So this spot here is droopy, but it used to be really worse when it first happened a couple of years ago.
Yes.
But I don't think we affected that at all yet.
No.
side effects, because I blasted him yesterday, and do you remember the balloon came out a little bit? So we had a successful treatment, but a fail on extraction. So I backed off the valve like I always do, and it didn't release, and it bubbled up through his nose into his mouth. That can happen about 1 out of 50 times, maybe 1 out of 25, but I was told 1 out of 50. And the immediate thing you do is pop it. So I tried popping it once, it didn't go. I grabbed a different thing to pop it, and I got it. Yeah. But you felt a little like irritated in the throat last night.
Yeah, and I assumed because of that whole situation where it blew up and it came out my mouth, so that's why I was just like, okay, that's the feeling I got. But other than that, I feel good. So
that shouldn't happen today. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm trying to make this real, and I'm not editing out things just to make me look good or make the situation look good. Because if any of you ever really come in, I want you to know from watching my videos what to expect. There was a guy that we filmed yesterday. He's an acupuncturist in my office, Peter. I hope you'll see his video soon. But he had like a little dot of blood. That happened to me. Actually, mine bled a lot. So some people get a little dot of blood. And if I edit that out, then no one gets to see what's real. So let's start. I'm going to have you lie on your back.
Okay.
And I'm not doing a full body adjustment today because we did that yesterday. I'm just going to do another round of the cranial facial release. And we're going to start again with the right side. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, a little left. One second more. We hit a little bit of a block. Okay. We got it. I'm tightening it down. And you should feel a little bit of a pump, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to open the mouth, seal it, and pull your feet up. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Ready? I'll follow you. Got it. Do you feel it hit the back?
Yeah.
What do you think of that one? Did you hear a crack again?
Yeah, I felt it. I think, I wouldn't even say in the same position, but I just felt the same crack. Oh, that one felt good.
So did that one feel good in a way, in a sick, weird way?
Yeah. It felt good.
Yeah.
And it kind of opened it up again. Whew.
Okay, that's the good side.
Yeah.
And I went into the upper on that one. So I did upper, remember I did middle right. So today I did upper right.
On the right side?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the next chamber. Okay.
Gotcha.
So when you're ready, we're going to go right into the next one. You want to? Or you need a minute?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay. So here, look at me. So that one, I was going into a different chamber. So if you watched yesterday, the right side went in really easy. And I wanted to start on one that I thought I could just get in and get him going. The upper right had more issues. So the upper right chamber, I'm coming in, and it went in really well for halfway. Then I hit a blockage. I went around it, came back through, lifted. Then I have to go towards traverse inferior or down, and I finally got it. I was a little worried because it didn't go as deep as I wanted, and I didn't want it to ricochet back out, which could happen. But I thought I probably had enough. I had it about 90% in there, which is going to probably not be a ricochet out again. So it did work. We got it to go through on 2 pumps. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one you're going to do what, middle?
I'm going to do middle.
Okay.
So I did upper last time. Now I'm dropping to middle.
Okay.
I'm going to do a little half squeeze. Is it filling?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's filling.
So whenever you're ready.
Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I'll just follow you. It's on your time.
I'm gonna take a couple breaths in.
Do you want to come around with the camera? Come all the way around.
All right.
And you could maybe even crawl over here. No, keep it YouTube-ish.
Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Got it on one pop.
Oof.
Tissues are on your chest.
Oof. That one was easier.
Yeah, it was easier.
It was easier than yesterday. I guess it was different, but this one kind of helped. I think hit me like I felt it here.
Which is cool. So it's going to hit more of the nerves that innervate the bottom or stimulate that area.
Yeah.
You know, if you're up for it, I might even do the lower left right now because we didn't do any lowers. Do you want to do one more today or wait till tomorrow for lowers?
I can knock one out. Yeah.
Let's do one more? Okay.
Yeah, let me just get a little breather as well.
I just have to get my other bowl. So sit up for a second and tell the camera what you notice. Also mimic the sound that you hear.
Gotcha. So with the right one that he went to the top, I felt the crack and he kind of just like, it's kind of the sound of like an inflatable balloon where it's like, and then you just hear the little in the back. It's really hard to describe and make the sound of it. On this side, in the middle, I felt like it was easier than yesterday's as it just went up, popped, and I got like a little sensation right here where it hit, and that's it.
All right. So what I'm thinking here, look at me with the camera. So what I'm thinking, if he's up for it, and we didn't have any like traumatic treatments today, right? We're like still okay. We have a little gas in the tank left. So I'm thinking lower left might be good to get today because I'm still in new territory as far as how is this going to affect some of the issues that he had with Bell's palsy. Will it help it at all? It probably, we don't know. My mentor, Dr. Adam Del Toro, for 25 years had many successful cases with Bell's palsy. He also had ones that didn't work. He thought he was probably around 80% success rate. I'm just getting started with Bell's palsy. So I don't, I can't, without lying, I can't say, oh, this is what's going to happen. I don't know. What I do know is that it's really nice to get this adjusted anyway. It feels awesome just to clear all this out. It's almost certain help his breathing, and it already did.
It did.
But let's see, maybe the lower left will get closer to your lips.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Because remember, we didn't get any response to your lips.
Yeah.
And that I meant the pucker, the control, muscle control, being able to protrude the lips out. So let's go try the lower left.
Gotcha.
And we can always come back and do that tomorrow because he's going to come do another tomorrow, and then he goes, he leaves the country for a little while. Ready?
Yeah. Damn.
Didn't take long, right?
Mm-mm.
Half full. Feel it?
Yeah.
And remember to pull your feet up too, okay?
Yes, sir. Just give me a couple seconds. Okay, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Ooh.
Took two blasts to get it.
All right, that one I kind of
Here's more tissues.
I felt it like.
Because that's new territory. We haven't done lower chamber yet.
Yeah.
What do you think of that one?
That one I felt more in, I guess, this area, but it was like a nice impact. I mean, I never felt it before, but still, it was really good.
So it did hit a different location.
Yeah,
right?
it hit a different location from the other two that we did.
Come sit up for a second, and we'll do the same thing again where we just get to hear your experience. Did it crackle? Did it make
A little.
reproduce that noise? What did it sound like?
It was a little crack. I felt the little crack, and I kind of felt it like this area right here, and it kind of like expanded really good. So it kind of like surprised me in a way, because I guess since doing both these two, I kind of already was used to it. Like, okay, I know what the impact is like, but this one was different because it hit a different area. I'm assuming it did, but again, it's like a blow up balloon. Just go, and then you hear the little, and I felt it here.
And a little pop. Did it like? How does the sound like go mimic the sound
Of
the crack part of it?
So it's like a little. I mean, it's weird because it's inside, so you kind of hear it right there, and you're just like, "Is there something wrong?" But no, it feels good.
All right,
It feels really good.
good. So let's just have you puck your lips. Don't expect anything yet. No, nothing yet. All right, so we have to work on that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna come back tomorrow, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So we'll see you tomorrow. It went right through. Went right in. Did you feel it hit the back of your throat?
Yep.
What do you think of that one?
I can breathe.
Did you hear it cracking?
Yeah.